I'm trying this Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer today. I am on a no buy, so yes, it is going terrible. I got the shade Fair Cool. I believe this is the lighter shade, but when I tested it in store on my hand, it didn't look too pink or too yellow. It's actually more neutral. I know that it says cool. I picked this up on sale at Priceline for $10.10, and they also have a matching foundation as well, which I didn't get because I still have some foundations that I need to use up. So I did not get the foundation, but at the moment that is $14.40 at Priceline. It's got hyaluronic acid and caffeine as well, which is really good for hydration, isn't it? That's what I know. So, God, do I know much? But yeah, it's really good to keep the under eyes hydrated. If the under eyes aren't hydrated and you're like me, you're in your 30s, then yeah, it's gonna look a little bit crepey. But it's such a fine line because I sometimes find that really hydrating concealers, they also crease a lot more if you put too much on. So it's a very, very fine line. For my skin prep, I've done my usual skincare, so my eye cream, moisturizer, all that stuff, as well as putting on a little bit of sunblock as well. If this product does not work well over sunblock, then this product is not going to be good in my opinion. So to get started, I will show you guys the little applicator on it. It's very cool, and I have noticed some other brands have done this as well. My favorite thing about living in the suburbs is that all of the people are out walking their dogs. Anywho, this is the applicator. As you can see, it's got a little metal tip there. So I assume that is to give a cooling effect on the under eye and reduce puffiness. So along with the caffeine. I know that's very popular with products that have caffeine. Let's dot some on. This is very nice, but you can't use this to blend it in. So you're not getting a lot of cooling, but let's just massage ourselves. It's not good for the application, but it does feel very nice. It's meant to be correcting, but straight away I've noticed that the formula is very thin and there's not a lot of coverage. I feel like it blends out really well with the brush. Like very seamless. It is a very sheer, slippery product, and so I'm thinking, oh, it's a bit of a sheer coverage, but then when you look at the comparison of my under eye there to there, this is so much brighter. It is a nice feeling, but I think that is a bit gimmicky, but I do love it. Imagine if I put this in the fridge. I don't know what that would do to the formula though. I'm just going to quickly do a little bit more makeup. I'm using my Gucci foundation, which is very sheer and light, so I think it will go quite well with this concealer. To set the concealer, I do want to try a few different things because especially it is such a sheer and lightweight formula, I want to give it a good go and like a realistic go. And I'm going to use this little mist here from e.l.f., which I quite like because it's a legit mist. Like, it's just not a heavy spray, which I like. And I'm going to just spray this side of my face. It's literally a mist like that, isn't it? So it's like, it goes down slowly. It's like, shh. I'm very easily impressed, obviously, but I'm going to use this Laura Mercier one. This is their translucent one. Let's set under this eye. It looks really good. Like, my first impression is it looks very good. It's very sheer coverage under the eye, and it's not in all my fine lines even though I've set it. And I am going to set this side as well. I'm excited to see if it fades or creases, but just my very initial first impression, I think this is very good for more crepey skin or more mature skin because straight away it hasn't gotten into the fine lines, looks pretty smooth, but it's still given a really nice brightening effect.
7 hours later.
As you can see, the side that has setting spray and powder setting this concealer doesn't have mascara smudged all on it, whereas on the other side where I've just got the powder, it actually has the mascara smudged. So I think that's because it is quite a slippery and hydrating concealer, so the powder wasn't quite enough to set it, so that's something to remember. And it's also a lot creasier on this side as well. That hasn't had the setting spray. Compared to this side, it has settled a very small amount. I would highly recommend if you do get this concealer to set it with the setting spray, just so that you don't have too much rubbing. This wouldn't be good enough for a day of work, like if you're working in retail or even in an office. I actually think that it looks really good, and I'm actually very, very impressed, especially for the price point of this only being $10. Based on the concealer, I wouldn't buy the foundation. That's simply because I don't believe it would have the wear power if it's anything like this, and considering all the effort I've put in to set it. That's my first impressions of this product. Let me know if you've tried it at all. If you want to come and see me over on TikTok, it's all of the videos that I post on YouTube Shorts anyway, but you can come and see me at dottydoesbiz because I post every single day.